want to talk about the Japanese compared to the US or Western countries in terms of the way people typically behave. Of course, you cannot generalize, but I thought it's kind of interesting, also related to my personality, to look into it. Two words that popped up in my mind for the Japanese typical behavior pattern is otonashi and kotsukotsu. Otonashi means quiet. Oto is sound. Nashi is empty, so it's quietness. The other one is kotsukotsu. Kotsu, steadiness. As I walk around the city, people shopping, riding the bicycle, people with respect, following the rules. Not everybody, but there is some certainty that I feel comfortable. Everything is under control. And one other thought that I had for that to happen is harmony, and they are kind of forced to be in this small island, many people. So you have to have some sense of not sticking out yourself too much, which is more like otonashi, quiet, and kotsu, steadily doing things. It may sound boring perhaps for Western values, if you especially promote the high pioneering spirit to explore the world. But anyway, that's what I see, more steady, quiet attitude in Japan. And the other one I thought, contrasting, not totally, but the idea that popped up is check and balance. Check is logical, and balance is more toward harmony or figuring out the happy medium, maybe through the debate or through any freedom of information, expressing anyone's idea, promoted in the US, perhaps also in the UK and Western Europe. So it's more of a brain checking and balancing. And again, I don't mean to put it into a certain form, but just for the heck of it, to compare. And since I'm ending my trip to Japan and going to Hawaii now, maybe also related to my shopping, and everybody's dressing properly and proceeding in what they do. And I thought, yeah, that's pretty good. But it sounds like a little bit like kabuki theater, that everything is choreographed. If so, that's boring, but still there's a sense of awareness, especially related to otonashi, no sound, be quiet, but be aware, to be harmonious to among themselves, but with the way of nature to deal with. Again, not to say good or bad, but in that smaller island with more people, I think they developed that. Not everybody, and I was like that, but I went other side to the west, spent more time out of Japan, but still curious to go back and forth and kind of shaking myself, not to seek ways for me to fit totally, but just shaking myself and to have a balance in both. Maybe it's the balance and connection between the brain, check and balance, and the heart, quiet, silence, samadhi. History of Shinto, Zen Buddhism, and more, Shin Buddhism. Yes, I feel it. So hopefully we have some balance or connection with the heart, but also using the brain appropriately. I thought about posting some videos. This is for brain exercise. This is for listening to heart. Kind of like playing that. So that not just me to characterize for the heck of it, but for viewers who may have at least the reference point that you may pick up if you're interested to check those values or attitude or behavior and habitual pattern. But ultimately connecting to the heart, that's always my view, because all of the division, like branches at the root, is to me the way of nature that produced us and be creative inside us to explore, expanding in various directions. Just a thought. If you have any comment, please send your message in the comment column. Thank you. May all beings be happy.